guys. There's been a few asking this question. I got a couple more new stills of Scar. I had people saying, could it be hair? And I'm going to show you why I say no. I know it's a scar, and I will prove that to you here too with one of the other images that I was able to get off of the footage. And then I also have this is footage from my back cam, and it was just as I was going back in there to finish securing the gifting bowl, tie it down and all that good stuff. It was just as I was walking into the trees from my pickup truck. It's just a little bit of footage, maybe 3 seconds, all the time it took me to get from the back of my truck and around my truck and going into the trees, through the ditch and up into the trees. The first footage that I shared with all of you is my first upload with the WBBC. I caught the still of the Sasquatch across the road behind me. This is off my back cam as well, and we'll go through it, and I'm gonna try to point out what I see there. I'm almost thinking that was a mom and a baby. You guys can let me know what you think. This is what I'm seeing. Maybe that's where the females were, on the other side of the road. That's something that I often come on to, is the females are usually separate and away from the males. The females seem to either stay back or in a whole entirely different area in the same location, but they seem to stay apart. I don't know why that is. It's just something I've been noticing with all of the places that I go visit. Anyway, let's get started here, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm going to bring this image up, and this is a new one. Okay, first, before we get started here, I just want to do a shout out to Dave. I would like to thank you very much for putting me onto that photo editing software. I did download it, and these images are what I was able to do with that program. So it's kind of exciting, because I was just using a generic photo editing software. With this program, I'm able to adjust them manually, each one single by itself. So I just want to say a big thank you to you for sharing that with me. And okay, let's get on with this little bit of a video here. So thank you, Dave. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to point out some things with my cursor. Okay, so here we go. I'll zoom in up on this for you. Oh my goodness. Every time I look at this face, and then I can't get it out of my head, right? I'd like to mention too, with the dreams and the visions, when they come into, I call it dream form, they don't just do that. I mean, I can't imagine what type or kind of energy it would take to do that. Usually there's an important message there, right? There's always an important message. It's almost like an imprint. Like after you wake up from those, it does not leave your mind until you work it out, think it out, and go through it over and over and over and over until you understand what that dream meant. And some of the parts, the answers don't come till later. I want to talk about the scar, because there's been a few of you saying, could that not be hair? And I want to show you why it is not hair. Maybe some of you are looking at it on a cell phone, possibly. I don't know. But right here, this is where we're going to look, right? If it was hair, that would extend all the way from up there and come all the way down in front of the eye, right? But we're seeing the whole entire iris here. Okay, so if it was hair, we would see it coming in front and extending up, right? That would be what we would be seeing if it was hair, and we're not seeing that. We're able to see the whole entire iris here. And like I said, maybe some of you are looking at this on a smaller screen. It would extend from here and come all the way down, right? And that's not what this is doing. And I would like to mention too, his facial expression is changing here, and it's actually causing that scar to wrinkle. You can see the scar comes down here. You can see these, it's kind of pulling on the scar. I mean, this is proof right there. This is not hair. I'll zoom in on that a little bit more. Just get a little bit closer. I just thought I would get that out of the way. I also had the question, well, how do you know it's a him? The vision, right? Or our little Kona here. The reason why I am leaning towards Kona being a male is because of the white hair I found in the bed, in the Sasquatch bed. Really smelt of Sasquatch. Not overpowering, not like the big males. We smell it here so often that it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it at all. It instills a little bit of excitement in me because I know one of them is close, one of them is near, and that's exciting. For some that may be scary. For me, it's not. It's exciting. The females that sit on the north side of my mother's place in the north pasture, we know they're there because they've made themselves known to my mom and my sisters. There's no smell there. I think it's the males. I think it's a very testosterone, just like the elk and the moose and my bucks here with my South African Boer goats. The males, they spray themselves, they scent themselves. To us, it's like, oh my God, you don't touch me because you smell. But to those females out there, my does, oh my God, it's an aphrodisiac, right? I think it's very much the same with these Bigfoot. Maybe they have a mating season, a time of the year, or I don't see them producing babies like humans or like our herbivores, our ruminants, like our elk and our moose, and every year they mate and they have babies in the spring. I do not believe the Sasquatch do that because we'd have an overpopulation of Bigfoot, right? We know they have young, we know they age. My mother and her mother, if you all remember the story of the Bigfoot at the kill site, and if you haven't, go and check it out. The one they seen was very fragile, very old, and it moved very, very slow, but very tall. My grandmother estimated about 9 feet. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this and to kind of get that out of the way, right? This is Scar. This is Mi Sha. And he does have a wound there. This is not hair. This big guy back here, this is interesting. I don't know if you guys, there's in this new still, in this one that I got here, you can see the one eye right here. Right there. I'll zoom in on that for you. So you can see that eye. Right there. And I believe this is what they call old man's beard here, coming off the trees. And this is all branches. This is part of the arch. This is the arch I was zooming in on right here. And they were just on the other side of it. But that new photo editing software was, it's just wonderful because I could sharpen this up so nicely in the contrast and brighten it up and bring in the contrast. I didn't even use the diffuse glow on this image right here. So there you go. I will share the I'll share the other still that I was able to get off of this. Yeah, these I just took off the footage. It wasn't until I just zoomed in here that did I notice. You can kind of see, it almost looks like you can see the other eye right here on this side. Faintly, but I can see it almost look, it does look like another eye, the other side, right? I'm not sure. I'm not positive about that, but and here again, he's starting to do something with his mouth, And I think we got to consider, all those sounds I hear back there. Like, I know that some of you know, I mentioned it. The camera doesn't pick up 3/4 of what I hear back there, unless it's loud enough. But there are all kinds of sounds I've heard, clicking, popping, and then the wood knocks, grunts. And I want to share with you guys, I did get on my back cam, if you all can remember, when I went and stood under the arch to show you the size of it. I think I waved my hands a couple times at the camera and then left to come walk towards the gifting bowl. Just as I left the arch, my back camera picked up a grunt. And I'm glad it did, because I hear them. A lot of times there's so much going on back there, and I'm not sure what's what and where it's coming from. Sometimes it's very hard to determine where the sounds are coming. I've heard sounds almost like whispers or moans right near to me, like sounding like they're 2 feet away. Yet there's nothing there. I don't see anything. The camera doesn't see anything, but I have heard them very, very close to me. Even here with Scar, when I first captured him down at the Seven Creeks location, the SCC, with the hair. You see the scar here where my cursor's running. I'll bring this in a little bit further. We wouldn't see this white. That would be the white of his eye right here, like we're looking at the iris here. Right here. That's the iris. This here is the white of his eye. If that was hair, it would run over and we wouldn't see the white of his eye, right? If that was hair. Yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. People are asking, could it be hair? Like I say, maybe you guys are looking at this on a phone screen or maybe a smaller tablet screen. I'm not sure. I want to talk about how it healed, right? It's pulling his bottom, pulling the whole entire bottom lid towards his cheekbone. All right, so these were the 2 stills that I was able to get, 2 new stills, and then using the new software that Dave put me onto, and I am enjoying that. So okay, now this was the second part to that footage across the road. This was behind me as I was, this would be looking east, on the east side of the road. This is where I first captured that one kind of off to the right here, screen right. This was when I was leaving to go into the trees and go finish working on I had hauled the tripod and the bowl back there, and now we're headed in there to go secure it. All right, here we go. I'll pause it here a couple times just to give you an idea of where you should be looking and what you should be looking for. This is where we're looking right here. Right here. Slow this down a little bit. Here we go. I want to show you what I found very, very interesting. I grabbed stills out of this. Here we go. Right here. We'll do that one more time. Okay, here we go. Right here. Right here. Right here. All right, there we go. We'll just go right into the stills I got out of that last little bit of footage there. And I'm gonna say it, I think we've got a mom and a baby here. You guys can let me know what you think. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I still got other stuff coming out of that footage from the White Birch Bigfoot clan. It's double time, right? Because we've got the back cam footage, and it's as long as what you all seen in the very first video. I've got just as much footage on the back cam to go over, so it's gonna be a common occurrence, so I ask for your patience. If I use that back cam, there's going to be this extra editing process, right? Anyway, I will leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the trees very soon. Bye for now.